and welcome to a brand new series on reactive terrain. It is the one you've all been waiting for, our craft series, where we're going to teach you how to do everything in short little videos. I've got my pinny, got my tea, and the blooming hell is G-Dog.
Where's my pinny?
You didn't want one.
What do you mean I didn't want one?
You didn't want a pinny. What is that you're wearing?
Hang on.
Right, let's teach these folks how to make their courses look great. Hello and welcome to the first episode of our 5-minute crafts, although they're probably not going to be 5 minutes. They may be a bit longer or smaller. In this first episode, we're going to show you exactly how to cement up your drop cloth or dust sheet, depending on where you are. You can also use this technique with old t-shirts, jumpers, pretty much anything fabric related, as long as it's not real silks or something like that, like your wife's favourite nightie. Don't use that. Right, let's shoot over to G-Dog and let's find out how to do this. The main man, the man himself, G-Dog.
I am here.
Right, so this is what you're going to need. You're going to need just a standard cement. That is all you're going to need. You're not putting no sand and no aggregate, no nothing. Just neat cement, some dirty water. Well, you've been down the river.
Yes.
Is that out of the river?
That's out of the river.
Okay, cool. And some form of mixing device. We are lucky we have a big paddles drill, but you could use a stick. You could use anything. I'm not going to make G-Dog use a stick. If you're going to use a stick, just do slow and steady and build it up. Don't try and whack it all in and, well, you'll just knacker yourself out. Right, G-Dog. Water first, yeah?
Water first.
Okay, cool.
Because we're doing a whole bag, we're going to do it, obviously,
yeah,
a big bulk.
There is no kind of measurement for this. This is all down to personal preference, how big of an area you're doing. Now, what we're doing, let me just show you what we're up to. We're actually just soaking some sheets, and this is why we decided to do it, because it was a perfect opportunity to show you exactly how to do it. That one's already got pre-cemented on it. Look at that. There's one we made earlier. So you can, you know, we just use it as a cloth, but you can reuse it. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to be mixing a whole batch because we're going to want to be also top coating that area there.
Water in the bucket.
Water in the bucket, kind of essential.
Half a bag of cement.
Oh, he's going a full half a bag. Now, if you're doing this in a non-well ventilated area, like a big workshop like we are, wear a dust mask. This stuff can be quite irritable and you don't want to be taking full mouthfuls of it. And now we mix. Excellent.
This will be the last one.
So what you can see here, this is a perfect top coat mix. See how it holds itself as you pull out the mixer? That is kind of the consistency you're looking for top coat. But we're going to need to water it down a little bit more because we need it thinner. And this is the consistency you're looking for. It looks a lot watery on the camera, but it's just quite difficult to kind of show you. But it's kind of runny gravy. You'll know when it's too watery because it will act like water. This is sticking to the sides when you tip it, and that's kind of what you're looking for. All right, perfect. Let's get a couple of sheets, get them soaked in. Right, so what you're going to need for this next stage is an old paintbrush and your drop cloth or dust sheet. Now, this is the thicker woven one, and we find with this, it is a little harder to actually get down and kind of shape around detail. With the thinner woven stuff that's got more gaps in it, it is slightly easier. So be a little bit more patient with this and give yourself a little bit more when measuring so that you've got enough room to kind of tuck it all in. Right, G-Dog's wearing gloves because it is very important to wear gloves if you're going to be doing this method, because the cement will burn your skin if you're not used to it. So good old-fashioned marigolds, anything like that is good to do. And you might want to put something down on the floor. We don't need to because we're in our workshop. Right, nice and coated. And then G-Dog's just going to place it over an area. Tuck it all in. That's it. Lovely. And then what you're going to do is just paste the lines and everything out with your brush. Now, we've obviously got top coat going on this as well, so that will help clear out a lot of the lines that need going over. And ladies and gentlemen, it is as easy as that. It is literally rinse and repeat. You can do this in full 8x4 sheets like we have done over here. This was created in full 3 meter by 3 meter sheets, huge sheets. You can watch our main video on this, or you can do it in the smaller sections to give yourself a little bit more time. So with the top coat, there really isn't any kind of special way of applying it. You simply use a paintbrush and push it everywhere you kind of want it to be. The only thing you've got to be careful of is when you're using a big load of cement like we are, is to keep it wet. You might find that it starts to stiffen up a little bit. All you need to do is add some water and mix it in until it's back to consistency that is good for you. You can paint it on or stipple it. That is all down to personal preferences. Now, if you don't have chance to do the top coat, once you've done your base coat with your thing, you've got to come back to it the next day, wet it up with some water. What it will do is suck the moisture straight out of your top coat and make it very, very difficult. So get yourself a little water spray, spritz the pre-dried stuff already, and then apply your top coat. If you're doing it all in one go, you don't need to worry about it because your base coat's going to be nice and soft and wet, and your top coat will just blend over the top of it. But really, that is your dust sheets and your top coat in simple format. Right, while G-Dog finishes that top coat, I'm now going to add texture. And the way we do this is with Postcrete, pre-made powder that you simply add water to and it goes rock hard. But the reason why we use this is it has tiny bits of grit in it that look great on the course. And what you're going to need to do is, when you're doing your top coat, is go round and wet it up. Now, I'm being really lazy in using a painting gun, but you could just use a standard water spritzer, weed sprayer, whatever you've got kind of lying around, just to put water on it, just so that you're keeping that surface nice and pliable. Right. And the next stage is as easy as this. You take a handful of it, you look at a spot, and you hit it. You can cover G-Dog in dust. And what this does is it separates and makes this really cool erosion look around your rock faces. Where it's dry, you get your water spray and just spray it up. And that will adhere to the surface and go rock hard, which is what we use for all of the texture throughout the whole build. Nice, quick, and simple. Okay, so that is our 5-minute craft. If that's something you really have enjoyed, then please hit the subscribe button,
Hit the like button,
and the notification bell,
and I'll
see you next time.